Hi everyone. I've created this video to provide some tips and insights about the process of driving license in New Jersey state. I recently got my driving license, so I thought let's document it and share it across. It may help some people to go through the process, because if you go and see the internet about how to get things done, you will see a lot of information. I have gone through the same process. It took me like 2-3 days to summarize everything, and to simplify all that, I'm just creating this video which can help you to look at a wholesome picture of the entire process. So I've broken down the full process into multiple steps. We'll go through each one by one. First is how to register, second one is the document, third one is the study material, fourth one is the MVC office process, fifth is the knowledge test. So I'll walk you through all the steps one by one. Then I am also going to share the tip on each process which I think can help you in case of any need, and which I think has helped me in my process. All right, let's go. Yeah, so first step is the registration. That is quite simple. So you need to book an appointment for your initial permit. So driving license is a step-by-step process. First you have to book an appointment for initial permit. Once you get your initial permit, you can take knowledge test. Once you get your knowledge test done, you can apply for the standard driving license. And once you get your driving license, you can apply for the real ID. You will know about these things when you will go through the entire process. But yeah, as a first step, you have to book an appointment for initial permit, and that's a very simple process. Go to New Jersey MVC site, and on the official side you need to choose the appointment date. You have to select your document type as initial permit, and then you need to provide some basic details like your name, date of birth. You have to give your address. You have to then select the date. I would say you should choose appointment date which is 1 week from the day you are filling in this form, so that you will have enough time to go through the whole process, to collect all the documents, and to prepare for your knowledge test. So this is the very first and the very basic step that you need to follow, and it is very simple as well. So once you are done with this, let's see what's on the next slide. All right, let's see what's on the document side. So the very first point that I've written is total 6 points. What does that mean is like the entire document, they have broken down into some points, and you need to basically collect all the documents or prepare all the documents which will sum up to 6 points or more than that. So you should carry the documents which actually has 6 points. If it is less than that, you may face some problem. It has to have 6 points. Okay, so for example, your passport is of 4 points, right? And then other secondary IDs and address proof, you will get it for 1 point or 2 points. It is easily doable. Let's not worry about it. You just need to have the documents ready, and you need not to worry about the points. You just have to check which document is actually of which point. Okay, it's simple as that. So the very first document that you need to collect is the primary ID, and in this category you can have your passport. I think everyone will have their passport. Okay, and then you need to have your SSN number. If you don't have an SSN, I'm sorry, you cannot apply for the driving license. Go and register for SSN first, and then come back and have your driving license. Alright, in the secondary ID, you can carry your ATM card. It will be the debit card with your name written on it. Okay, that is your secondary ID, and that's it. And the health insurance card is the additional document that I carried, but I think the ATM card is suffice. And then you have address proof. So you have bank statement, rent agreement, utility bill, and internet bill. So I had a little problem on the address proof because I didn't had the bank statement which had my current address. It was on old address, so I couldn't submit that. The rent agreement that I carried, I had my name as occupant there, so they told me that like it is not accepted. You need to be on the rent agreement main person and cannot be the occupant. So they rejected my rent agreement there itself. Then all the utility bills, electricity, gas, everything is on my husband's name. So I didn't had any utility bill. So what saved me? The internet bill saved me. Okay, so I had the internet connection on my name. I quickly went to the website. I downloaded the bill which was not older than 90 days. So here is the condition: all your bills uh, should not be 90 days old. Okay, so it will help you if you will carry the latest bank statement, utility bill, or internet bill, and then your active rent agreement. Okay, so you just need to make sure or give attention to those details. And then the additional documents that you need to carry is the other country driving license. So if you have a driving license from India or other country, you need to carry that. It will help you. And the additional documents that I was carrying, because I had some doubt on my additional proof, address proof document, so I was carrying IRS form which they have rejected. I was carrying payslip, they have rejected that also. I was carrying credit card, which is fine. Okay, so to summarize it, in your primary ID have your passport and SSN. In secondary ID have your ATM card. In address proof have your bank statement ready. If not, then other these documents. Okay, and then the license of the other country or your uh, home country. Okay, yeah, that's all on the document. It's quite simple if you follow these standards. Just pay attention to the dates of the documents. It should not be outdated. Okay, right, let's go to the next slide. All right, we are on study material. Okay, so you have to be very smart to prepare for it, because you cannot go through each and every details and remember all the points. So I will share a tip that I think which helped me. So what I did is, like, I attended online test which from multiple sites. You will get online test from 2 or 3 sites. Okay, I attended it from the Dawn Tree, and after giving 2 3 exams, I identify, okay, these are the sort of questions which are being asked. After that, I went ahead and read the manual. The manual is of 300 pages. You cannot remember everything. So I just paid attention to the portion in the manual which had questions in the online test that I had given. So that helped me a lot. That saved a lot of time and helped me identifying the points I need to remember or I need to put my focus on. Okay, so you will get a manual from the official site. You can go through that. All the questions will come from that, but the manual is too big. You can't remember the entire manual. If you can, I'm happy for you. Go for it. And then once you go through the manual, you should try giving some mock test. Okay, and you should see how many questions you are getting right. You should score 80% or more in order to pass the test. I did that repeated time, so whatever questions I was not able to answer properly, I've written that down and prepared them, and at the end I was able to pass my mock test. So you have to at least clear 4 or 5 rounds of your mock test to be able to say that you will be able to clear your knowledge test. Okay, so the tip is attend the mock test and then read the manual, then again go and give the exams. Okay, and then mark down the questions which you are finding problem or which you are getting wrong, and then read it in the manual again. All right, so that's on the study material. It took me like 3 days. I just did the same exercise again and again. All right, so this is the main day. So this is the day when of your appointment. Okay, so one day before your appointment, what you need to do, just uh, keep your documents handy, keep your all your printouts that you need to take so that it is hassle free on the day of your appointment. Carry your documents, original and the printed copy with you, and reach the MVC office at least by 15 or 20 minutes before your appointment time. Once you reach the appointment office, go to reception area, ask them to give you a form for initial permit. The form is like very basic, again similar to the one you have filled for appointment. So give your basic details like name, address, and the document type as initial. Once you fill your form, go to the reception. They will they will give you a token number and will ask you to go in the next counter. Now the next counter is the ID check counter. So here they are going to verify all your documents, primary ID, secondary IDs, and the address proof. So you need to arrange the documents in that order so that it is easy for you and the person who is verifying. One thing that I forgot to mention is like when you go to the reception, they are going to check your appointment. Like, do you have an appointment for today? So you need to keep that email or message ready to be able to show them. Okay, let's go to the ID check counter details. So when you are in row for the ID check, arrange your documents. When they will call you, you need to just show them your phone. You need to show them the documents you are carrying for secondary IDs, secondary ID, primary ID, and the address proof. Once they will verify that, they will ask you to sit and wait. Now, again, your uh, token number will be called out. Then they will ask you to go to another counter. In that counter, they are going to verify your documents again. They are going to ask you certain questions